Netflix's ambitious attempt to fill the void left by Game of Thrones, a series widely anticipated to be the next epic fantasy hit, was unexpectedly canceled after just 2 seasons. Fans and critics alike were left puzzled, wondering why a show with such potential met an early demise. Here we delve into the reasons behind this surprising cancellation. The show in question, a sprawling fantasy series with a complex narrative and a vast ensemble cast, initially garnered a lot of attention. It promised to capture the grandeur and intricate storytelling that made Game of Thrones a cultural phenomenon. However, from the onset, the series struggled to live up to the immense expectations placed upon it. One of the primary reasons for the show's cancellation was its inability to attract and retain a large audience. While it did have a dedicated fan base, the numbers were significantly lower than what Netflix had projected. In the highly competitive world of streaming services, viewership numbers are crucial. Netflix relies on strong engagement metrics to justify the high production costs associated with big-budget shows. Unfortunately, this series couldn't deliver the massive viewership that Netflix hoped for. Another significant factor was the mixed critical reception. While some praised the show for its ambitious scope and detailed world-building, others criticized it for its pacing and convoluted plot. The first season, in particular, faced criticism for being slow and overly complex, which may have turned off potential viewers. Despite improvements in the second season, the initial damage to the show's reputation was difficult to overcome. Budget concerns also played a critical role in the decision to cancel the series. High fantasy shows like this one are notoriously expensive to produce, with costs running into the millions per episode. From elaborate set designs and special effects to the large cast and extensive post-production work, the financial investment required was substantial. Given the less than stellar viewership numbers and the mixed critical reception, Netflix faced a difficult decision: continue investing heavily in a series with uncertain returns or allocate resources to other projects with higher potential for success. The competitive landscape of streaming services cannot be overlooked either. With numerous platforms vying for viewers' attention, Netflix needs to be strategic in its content investments. Other streaming services have also been producing high-quality, big-budget series, making it harder for any single show to dominate the market. In such a competitive environment, underperforming shows are more likely to be cut to make room for new content that might better capture audience interest. Another aspect worth mentioning is the changing viewer preferences and the saturation of the fantasy genre. After the monumental success of Game of Thrones, several networks and streaming services rushed to develop their own fantasy epics. This led to a crowded market, making it challenging for new entries to stand out. Moreover, audience tastes evolve, and what captivated viewers a few years ago might not have the same appeal today. Finally, internal strategic shifts at Netflix may have influenced the decision. Streaming services constantly reassess their content strategies based on evolving market trends, viewer data, and financial considerations. Netflix has been known to pivot quickly, and the cancellation of this series might be part of a broader strategy to focus on different genres or new projects that align better with current viewer trends. In conclusion, the cancellation of Netflix's Game of Thrones replacement after just 2 seasons can be attributed to a combination of factors: lower than expected viewership, mixed critical reception, high production costs, intense competition in the streaming market, and shifting viewer preferences. While the show had potential, these challenges proved insurmountable, leading Netflix to make the difficult decision to pull the plug. As the streaming landscape continues to evolve, it serves as a reminder of the high stakes and unpredictable nature of producing big-budget television in the digital age.